Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's SQL video, we will solve an interesting real-life business problem related to monthly transaction summary. Okay, so in front of my screen, you can see a transaction table with the following columns: ID, which is defined our transaction ID; country, which is defined our country code; state, which is defined whether the transaction was approved or declined. Okay, the amount, which is defined our transaction amount; and the transaction date, which is defined our date of transaction. And our goal is to generate our output, which is generally a summary report grouped by month and country. Okay, so we have another four columns, which is trans count. It will be defined our total number of transactions. Okay, for example, you can see in year 2080 we have done two transactions. Either it's approved or declined, doesn't matter, we just count for this column. And the next one is approved count. You can see the count is 1 because in year 2080 we have only one approved amount, transaction amount. Okay, and the total transaction amount is 3000, so it will be count as 1000 and 2000, the first transaction and the second transaction. And the last column is approved total amount, which is 1000. So here you can see the state is approved for only one transaction, so it will be 1000. Same goes for other 2019 country US, for 2090 country DE. So let's go to our compiler and write the code to fetch the output. So you can see in my screen I have already um, print our input table, which is having ID, country, state, amount and transaction date. So my first goal is to create a month column, which is having month and year. So I will use substring function, select from transaction. I will use substring function, and the variable is transaction date. Okay, so I will fetch first two character of this transaction date variable. So I will use 1 comma 2, and I'm giving as months. Let me run this. Okay, so you can see I have fetched the month. Now I'm going to fetch the year, and then I will concatenate both the things, month and year. So it will calculate our month. So for concatenating I'm using plus, comma, I'm using again substring and variable trans date. Now I'm going to fetch last four character, which is started from 7th. Okay, let me rerun. Now you can see I have fetched 12 2018, 12 2018, 1 2019 and 1 2019. So our first task is completed. Now our second task is fetching country. So I will write country. Now our third task is transaction count. So for transaction count, I will count all as trans count. For trans count, this is a aggregate function, so we have to use group by on the basis of country, comma, month variable. Okay, let me run this. Okay, so here you can see I have fetched transaction count. For D country it's 1, US for 1, and 2018 US for 2. Okay, but you can see it's not in sorted order. The minimum one is the lower, so I will order it by using order by. I will use country, descending, and month descending. Let me rerun. Perfect. Now we can see the order is correct. Now going to the next task. We have created trans count. Now going to create approved count. For approved count, I have to use this state column where transaction is approved. So I will use sum in case when state equals to approved, then 1 is 0, and as column name is approved count. Let me rerun again. Okay, now you can see the approved count is correct 111 because we have only one approved in 2018, one approved in 2019 for US client, and one approved in 2019 for DE client. So our next goal is creating trans total amount. So trans total amount will be our sum of total amount. Let me run this. Sum amount on column. Oh, sorry, I missed comma here. Run. Now you can see our trans total amount is 3000, 2000, 2000, which is exactly matches 3000, 2000, 2000. Now our next column is approved total count. So for approved total count, I will use sum again case when state equals to, then now I'm going to calculate the sum of approved amount, so I will use amount column in place of 1. Amount is 0. Approved amount. Okay, now you can see it's exactly same as our monthly summary report, okay, which is available in front of my screen. You can see the output. Okay, let's run only output table and check the output. Here you can see our output. So in that way we can calculate our monthly summary report. It is very easiest method. You can also follow this. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can like, subscribe and share my video so I can upload more. Thank you so much.